the Deputy Inspector General, Ragat, was present when Ojwang was being tortured for 26 hours. If that is true, we do not understand why the games or the gymnastics ama vile vipindi that we are being treated to by those in power. Kama watu lazima wauawe kwa sababu ya kusema hawapendi wewe, basi sisi wote tungekuwa tumekufa. This level of intolerance by those people in power today must be condemned, and we condemn once again the killing by the police officers of Albert Ojwang. The answer is actually to condemn the death of Albert Ojwang. This young man who died in the hands of the police did not deserve to die. And the only crime we now know that he committed was to say that he was unhappy with the Deputy Inspector General. Anaitwa nani? Ragat. Kama watu lazima wauawe kwa sababu ya kusema hawapendi wewe, basi sisi wote tungekuwa tumekufa. This level of intolerance by those people in power today must be condemned, and we condemn once again the killing by the police officers of Albert Ojwang. We have now learned, like we have learned of many things, that it is likely that the Deputy Inspector General, Ragat, was present when Ojwang was being tortured for 26 hours. If that is true, we do not understand why the games or the gymnastics ama vile vipindi that we are being treated to by those in power. Amin, who is also in charge of the intelligence, director of criminal investigations. Huyo na yeye pia ukimwangalia akiongea kuna yale anajua anatufisha. Na Wakenya sio wajinga tena. These are not the days where people will not be able to see through you. Who removed this young man in the middle of the night from a police station? Alipelekwa wapi? Gari yenye ilimtoa inaweza kuwaje police station mzima hawezi wakatupatia nambari ya hiyo gari? Who are the occupants? Who can remove a person from police custody in the middle of the night or in the wee hours of the night? It can only be askari. So this, to me, is actually a state-sponsored killing. And it is not isolated. They killed the Gen Zs last year. They have continued the killing until now. They have killed Albert. Na ni sisi tu tunaweza jisaidia. IPOA is meant to be independent of the police national service. But when they are issuing statements, when they are appearing in places, they are appearing in the presence of the police officers. In fact, some of the information is being shared to us by the police themselves. Yet, IPOA is supposed to investigate the police officers who took part in this. So I expect very little from IPOA. In any case, if there is much we expected from IPOA, Isaac Hassan will have been available. Why would he find it necessary to travel out of the country when we are looking at an issue of this nature as a country? The casualness that they are addressing this issue is something that we as Kenyans must condemn. And I again say that it is upon us Kenyans to ensure that Ragat ametoka kwa hiyo ofisi. Hata huyu Amini, the director of criminal investigation, hata yeye mwenyewe anajua How do they switch off cameras at police station? At the police station, you switch off cameras. Why? Because it's a crime scene. And you do not want to be seen. So I think it is important that as Kenyans, we know that we are still going down the cliff. Na Kenya tuko na shida. Na hii shida ni sisi wenyewe tutaitatua. Na tutaitatua kwa kukubali kuungana pamoja, tuanze kujitayarisha kuwa na Kenya mpya. And that is why I also want to take this opportunity to thank the Kenyans you are seeing here who came visiting us here at the party headquarters. We have members of now Jubilee Party from Nyamira, from Kisii, from Kiabu, and from Kakamega. And the majority of the people you are seeing here are people who are going to run for different seats on Jubilee ticket. We have those who are aspiring to become governors. They may not be here, but they have their representatives here. We have those who want to become members of parliament, members of the county assembly, women rep, senators, every position, including of course our presidential candidate. Ambaye sisi wote tunamjua. Na hakuna maana ya kusema mimi mwenyewe kwa sababu mnamjua yeye. Ama mjui yeye. That's our party presidential candidate, Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And the joy is that every other person who has come to visit us at the headquarters has expressed confidence and their willingness to support and campaign for Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And we say this because we now need a person who can help us straighten up issues in this country. Ile safari tumepatiwa na William, we started with Chakahora, na kila siku ni Chakahora. Remember tulifungua ukurasa wa UDA na kaburi Chakahora. Na kila kuchao kaburi. Kila kuchao makaburi. Kwa sababu hata Albert, sasa baba yake ataenda kusika akisema anamsika kwa nini? How can you crush the head of a young man in that manner? Mtu mulitoa kwa nyumba kwa watoto, kwa wazazi wake. Akaacha bibi na mtoto. Are we that evil? How far have we sunk as a country?
Very low.
It's terrible, and it is terrible. And the only thing we can do ni tuache sloganeering nyingi, tuungane, tupeleke William nyumbani. Tafadhali. Tafadhali. Aende tu na yeye mwenyewe aanze kutuadikia kusema vile anaenda.